I'm doing it because I want to see it happen. Now that I've made that agreement with myself, I owe it to myself, whether I like it or not, to do something about it and make this happen.
It's like you owe it to the creator who has given that to you to be able to take it all the way where you see it going, for the sake of those who may not have the awareness, and like really having gratitude for what has been given to you.
The ability to take action turns into a responsibility to take action. Not everybody has that luxury.
There's a community of people that are ready to receive what you have.
Just trying to remain intent on finding who you are and just kind of trying to pursue that and growing alongside who you thought you were.
Being honest and detached and open and intentional through the whole process is what's going to allow us to make the best decision to ultimately get to where we want to go.
Whether it's like putting myself out there like this, I just try to keep focused on going forward.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Grassroots. I am Nick Johnson. Today we're going to be talking about the power of intention. How having intention in all of your actions can lead you to where you want to go. And a lot of times if you may feel lost, or if you're in a spot where you may not have found your purpose or your calling in life, getting in line with your intention can really take you to where you want to go. Today I have Mr. Presley Kaleta here to talk with us about it. So I'll bring you on. How you doing, brother?
How's it going?
I'm good, bro. How you feeling, bro? I always started off with, how's life treating you right now?
Life has been treating me good.
Good.
I'm blessed amidst it all.
Okay.
Can't complain.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm good, bro. Working, grinding, getting to it. Just trying to keep things rolling and trying to keep things intentional. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here to talk about. Tell the people about what you do.
So I own a clothing brand. Been doing that for about 2 years. I found myself really wanting, not knowing, but wanting a creative outlet. And through that, I've just kind of been able to blossom it, whether it be learning how to make clothes or what I want to make, or even like setting up these photo shoots and just kind of focusing my vision and trying to communicate that to the world.
What got you to that path? Like, what made you search for that creative outlet?
A concert that I went to. I went to go see Tyler, the Creator, when he was touring for Igor.
Okay.
And he came to Detroit. And I'm a fan of his music, but it wasn't even particularly like the album or the song. It was the way that you could feel how passionate he was with his performance, as well as how strongly all the fans were responding. Whether it was just hearing girls screaming or all the fans knowing all the words to his songs, and then him seeing that and it firing him up more.
Yeah, that exchange.
And just the whole, like, all of that started from like his creation, his art, his product, his gift to the world. So I wanted to strive to make something like that.
Were you a creative kid?
Not really. No, I wasn't. I just kind of grew into it as I got older and became more aware of just art. And not just paintings. Like, I don't just mean paintings when I say that. Like, it could be great ball movement, watching basketball, or like a movie, or this, just art in general.
The expression.
And just wanting to, I wanted to have a part in that. I saw all these people creating things and just putting themselves out there, and I wanted to have a piece of that. Yeah.
And I think that's very important, because I think that when you look at other people, like you mentioned Tyler, him kind of living in his purpose, and you can be inspired by that.
And it was, it's funny that it just so happened to be him, because even like you said, like, it almost seems fitting that I would have had that moment at a Tyler concert.
He's an ultra creative. Like, he does it like hands on everything. So it's like
perfume, boots, everything.
I checked out his collection that he did.
It's his last one.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think, because growing up as kids, whether you're an athlete or whatever you're doing, you don't really think that you may do something like that. Like, you're not, like how you said, you didn't think you'd be doing what you're doing right now, but I think that it's just that natural progression of becoming who we are.
I vividly remember, like, my junior year of high school. Funny enough, it actually relates to Tyler again. I was talking to somebody, and I think we were talking about music, and maybe Tyler got brought up, and I had commented on how creative he was, and I was just generally asked a question. I was like, man, like, how do you get creative like that? And the guy I was talking to just looked at me. He's like, just do it.
Yeah.
And it just stuck with me for a while, and now here I am.
Yeah. I think you just got to start.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people get caught up as, just like that wanting to be perfect, especially as like artists, creators, or just people in general. I think that we struggle with perfectionism due to like the standards of society, whether it be Instagram, you know, social media in general is kind of pushing that idea that we got to be these perfect people.
Yeah, I mean, all you see, if you just looked at social media and didn't look anywhere else, all you would ever see is the highlights.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you go start driving up and down the street and just actually driving around and looking at real society, you're gonna get a glimpse of everything.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see the ups and the downs, all of the things that are messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's not glamorized in the media. But I think that
gives you perspective though. Like, even like just, you know, maybe seeing some homeless people or some people that maybe aren't as well off. Not looking down on them, but just seeing it and then looking back at yourself and realizing like, oh, okay, like.
Yeah. Because we complain a lot.
Yeah,
we complain a lot.
Everybody needs some perspective sometimes, myself included.
That reality check.
Yeah, like even like earlier last month, purchased a car in 2020, had a goal, wanted to get it all paid off, and then, you know, was going to go from there. Got it paid off a year ago, and then it got totaled a month ago by somebody. But as far as perspective goes, like, I wasn't in the car when it happened. I didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
She didn't get hurt. She messed my car up, but she, you know, nobody got hurt. Insurance took care of me. So it sucks, but perspective. Like, sometimes you kind of just, sometimes you need perspective. You got to just kind of,
you need those moments to kind of like get your reality check.
You just let it go. Like, you just got to let it go and move forward sometimes.
I think, because it's not as important as we think it is. Like, in terms of, you mentioned like seeing a homeless person, I think you could be driving by, you could be thinking you're having a horrible day. But then like, it's freezing right now. It's like 20 degrees, and it's like somebody outside, and it's like, not to like, how you said, look down on them, but it's like there are different phases, you know?
And even just the fact, like, maybe seeing people walking where they got to go. Like, there's nothing wrong with walking. But it's also a fortune to be able to have a car.
Yeah, for sure.
Let alone with it being cold outside, having a warm car you can sit
sure.
in. Not to mention having presumably a warm home to go to, like,
and people that love you. We just came off the holidays.
Warm food, like, just little stuff like that has become so everyday. Like, even the other day, I had to stop and think, like, just being able to drive and get to where you're going is really a blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so many,
get there.
All these thousands of pounds of vehicles going 50 miles an hour. All it takes is somebody bumping
to make
into
a mistake.
Yeah, so it's just like, all these things have to happen for us to be where we are now. And you don't realize it sometimes.
Yeah, I think you gotta like really sit back. You gotta sit back and be intentional about that reflection. Yeah, because it is easy to get caught up in like the constant chase or pursuit of trying to get where you want to go. Yeah. But it's like, if you take a second to sit back and like have that gratitude, like you said, of just understanding like, I am in a blessed position. Even if you're not where you want to be, like I'm still very much.
You could be both though.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
could be not where you want to be and still blessed and
because
still grateful.
You right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, and also like even for me, like 2 years ago, and I say 2 years ago because that's when my brand started. Like, I was proud of what I was doing then, but like, I've just grown. Like, I would have loved to be where I'm at now if you would have asked me back then. Yeah. So, and I would hope to continue that pattern. 2 years from now, I'd hope to say the same thing.
What do you think got you here, like from that point to now?
So I just heard, I was at the gym last night. This is gonna make some sense, just let me get there. I was at the gym last night listening to this album, and I heard a bar along the lines of like, I don't, like, he's not stressing over ideas. He just puts his heart into it. And that's not to say that I'm like just blindly like going through all this, but it's almost more of like an internal compass that I'm kind of following. Like, I know kind of how I want to go about it and how I want to carry myself and present myself through this art and expression. And I think just naturally following that path has took me wherever it took me.
Yeah.
And I just kind of went with
signs.
it. Yeah, like just kind of rolling with it. Like I'm not like, it's go with the flow, but you know, it's not just kind of like
you're not drifting.
Totally hands off the wheel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes, and you know, we're new to each other, so you know, we talk more. You might pick up on this. I'm pretty laid back and like just low key, and I feel like sometimes when you know, it comes off as too hands off, but that's not. It's just
you in a cut.
You just gotta roll with it sometimes. Like I just roll with it. Like roll with the punches. Take the good times, take the bad times, but through it, remaining focused on like
getting where you want to go
and making sure it feels right. Not like you know,
that's a big one. Alignment.
Yeah, like basically without going too deep into it, making sure that it feels right. Because if it doesn't feel right, or if it doesn't feel like me, then it's not. It's not me.
You
like,
can't really operate from that space.
I can't feel proud of that.
Yeah. You'll never be able to look at it and be like, I did that, or like, you kind of be detached from it at that point.
Or basically, I want to be able to. It's a part of me. Like this is a part of me, and like that's just what it is. Like, I'll leave it at that.
What are some of the challenges that you face like along that path? Because you said you weren't thinking about like the creative aspect as a kid, so getting into it, and then not even from the conception of the idea to start being creative to up until this point now. Like, what are some of those things that you've had to like overcome?
I think taking the first step is always tricky for people, regardless of what it is. So I have to mention that, like, got to get past taking the first step.
Yeah.
But then keeping yourself going too. Like even sometimes, like you know, maybe get in a little bit of a rut and start just like negative self-talk, like not like anything
we all
crazy,
but
just like you know, maybe some
that
self-doubt or like questioning it, like damn, like am I really, you know, am I really doing this? Or feeling like you're not making the progress you should be making, which kind of goes back to my point. Like I try to just kind of like best foot forward, like I just try to keep focused on going forward, whether it's like putting myself out there like this or refining my production means, or like I got into photography, which is something I always knew I was going to do, but I thought it was going to happen way later in life for whatever reason, but I got into it. So just taking steps forward with other things, and like I don't know, you know, you could take 20 steps forward in this field of something, but like there might be some skills you'll pick up over here
for sure
that maybe would be better suited if you kind of were slowly like adding here and adding here and adding here, if that makes sense.
No, I feel that 100%, because along this path, like all of the things that I've, you know what I'm saying, put like energy into, you got to pick up different skills. Because I mean, it's hard out here, and especially like building a network is kind of difficult now, because everybody's kind of in their own way, especially if you're from like a certain area. But I think just trying different things and taking initiative, I think, for everything that goes into what you want to do. You want to have an understanding of all of the different pieces that go into what you do. So whether that be clothing, designing, photography, videography, all of these things, that if you were to give it to somebody else and delegate the task to it, you can be like, okay, I know what goes into this. And like, you can't just like give me something.
You don't want to
like
have somebody do something that you wouldn't do or haven't done before.
Exactly. So I think it's important to have an understanding of all of the pieces that go into the craft.
For sure, and what makes you you. Like, we had kind of touched on this when we first started talking about doing this. The power of intention, but also your environment that you're putting yourself in, whether it be like hanging out at the DIA or hanging out at a record store, or who you went to the DIA with. Like you could go to the DIA with a friend, but they might not have an appreciation for it. But if you went with somebody that did, you would have a way better time with them.
Sure.
And that's nothing against this person. Like I might go watch a game with this person, but not with this person. So it's just kind of like a time and a place, and being mindful of where you're putting yourself, because things are happening around us that we might not be processing yet. And I don't mean that in like a conspiracy way. I just kind of mean like the environment you're in will have an effect on you, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and even like the decisions you make. Like somebody who wakes up early and on time, goes to the gym every day, reads books, eats clean, versus somebody who just gets to work and is a little more not, maybe not as focused or not as prioritized on those things, right or wrong, by default, they're going to make different decisions.
Yeah.
Like they're just wired differently.
And you're gonna get different results.
Yeah, exactly. Different thought patterns, all that stuff. So whatever it is that works for you is up to you, but it's something that you just need to be mindful of, because I feel like a lot of times people want to say like, why is this happening to me? Or I keep finding myself in this situation, or this loop, and like, I don't know, sometimes you got to step back, or maybe be real with yourself.
Yeah, but you got to ask yourself questions.
You got to kind of like, but you got to be real about it. Like, actually
be ready
do
to face
something
it
about it. Effort.
You said, like talking about the decisions, I think the decisions like shape the perspective, because I think you could be in a certain environment.
It feeds into itself though, because perspective can also affect your decisions too.
Yeah.
They feed into each other.
It's a loop.
Yes,
it's a loop and a cycle. So like they all go together, but I think certain people could be in the same environment and have different experiences just based off of like how they're viewing the whole situation. Like,
that's the beauty of it all. We could, back to DIA, you could see a painting and I could see the same painting, and we could be looking at two totally different things, or something might resonate
totally
with you,
differently,
but might not resonate with me. And that's the beauty of all this. Like, that's what makes life, and that's what makes me and you.
How has your friendship evolved, like with people, during this process?
My bad.
Are you good?
It's been cool, because the way it all lined up for me. So I'm 25. I started really getting in this scene around like 21, even with vintage. Like prior to having my own clothing brand, just being in the clothing scene with vintage, I was around 21, 22. So what I'm getting at is, I love all my friends from school, all the ones I've stuck around with, and I'm still very close with them. But those were friends that you kind of, you just gravitated to by, not by default, but like
convenience. And proximity?
That's a good way of putting it. Proximity. Not that I don't think we would have never been friends, but whatever. It doesn't even matter. Those are my boys. I love them. But now it's different, because I'm meeting people in my field, which is a totally different feeling. And it's a different level of appreciation. And it's nothing against any of my other friends. They're all still here. But that's how I've seen my friendships probably evolve. And also just evolving as a person, recentering like who I feel I want to be, and what effect do I want to have on people, and how do I want my loved ones to think about me. Like,
that's so major.
Being more mindful of that stuff, and like how I'm treating people. I don't know if I could pinpoint it to one thing, but definitely maybe a little more in line with who I am as a person versus back then. And that's not to say that I was living wrong or anything. It's just through
evolving,
natural evolution.
Evolving as a person.
Like, it's just taking its own course.
No, I like that. I'm in the same boat, because I'm meeting new people now that are kind of more in line with what I'm doing. But I still very much am tied to the people that I grew up with. But it's just different. It's like different worlds, and it's a totally different experience, to where, like how you said, we can go watch a game over here, but then these people, we may go explore the world or travel, and it's like it's an appreciation on both sides. And I think that it really expresses the duality of us as humans, and like the complexity of us, because we're not as rigid as like people try to express. And I think
we're a lot more free. I think we should be more free flowing. I'll say that much. I won't say we all are, but I think we should be more free flowing, because there's so many there's so much flavor out here. I don't want to hang out with 5 dudes that are just like me. Do the same thing all the time. Like, I want to hang out with people that I can do new things with. This is a new experience for me. Stuff like this, like, that's what makes life interesting. Keeps you on your toes. Black and white.
It keeps you on your toes, and it keeps you fresh, and it keeps you thinking about different things. Like,
keeps your eyes open.
And having people that you can learn from. That's one thing I'm big on, because if you're not learning from the people around you, kind of just like staying stagnant. And like you mentioned earlier, the environment will affect you, whether you realize it or not. So you can be in the same space, and you just kind of going through the loops, but you're not getting anywhere. But even though you think you are, you may have the intention of getting somewhere, the environment is going to affect you. So I think how you mentioned like placing yourself,
like, even like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but even like they say a shark or a fish only grows as big as the tank or the environment that it's in. Maybe you've outgrown your environment. Sometimes it's time to step out into a bigger space. You need a little more room to spread your wings.
And that's why I say, like, that's why we have the freedom and the option to go and try new things, whether like try like this is a whole new experience. Like, just go here, go meet these people, and just see what it has to offer. You know what I'm saying?
You might not always like it.
Yeah. Fact. You got to be open to it though.
Yeah.
Because it'll
exactly.
Like even if you don't like it, if it's a negative experience, you still learn from it, and like you learn more about yourself. And like, okay, maybe I didn't like that. It's like if you just try, if you settle on the first thing that you know what I'm saying comes to mind, that could be the thing for you, but you never know. You know, so
you got to go find out.
Yeah, you got to go find out.
You got to go see about it.
Do I really like this all the way? But it's like maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But you got to explore that because I think we find different things as different types of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's how it's supposed to be too.
Yeah.
Like I was even saying about the painting or whatever, like I might find something that you overlooked, but you maybe didn't have any use for it. Like,
do you paint?
No.
You don't paint?
No, I just have, like I said, I keep relating it back to the DIA because I made that point earlier too, but I just have an appreciation for art.
Okay.
Whatever it is. I can find art anywhere though.
Yeah.
Like
I like you mentioned basketball earlier. I think about that a lot. Like
any sports, but basketball.
Yeah. I be watching like Kyrie Irving. It's just like crazy.
Kevin
like,
Durant. All these guys. And even back to basketball, like I was thinking this earlier when I was talking about putting a bunch of eggs in one basket versus maybe spreading them out. Like there's guys that are maybe elite shooters, but they can't play a lick of defense, or they can't pass the ball, or whatever. So it's like, kind of depends on who you want to be to and how you want to serve. Because you got guys like Draymond, you got guys like Kyle Korver, you got guys like Jason Kidd and Stephen Curry. But the point that I really was just trying to drive home is it's important to be able to do multiple things. Unless you're really like the top of the top, a specialist at one thing.
Who do you, if you had to pick an NBA player, who would you compare yourself to in terms of like the way they navigate the world in the game? Rondo. Why is that? Why is Rondo?
Because he can affect the game in different ways that's not just scoring. And I wouldn't necessarily, like, he can score. He had his moments. He has some 40-point games, but that's not his game. He's setting things up and throwing lobs and getting other people involved. I feel like that's kind of how I operate. Like, the captain of the ship, but maybe not the star of the show. But I could be if I needed to be.
Yeah, like to step up to that role.
That's how I would like to put it. Like I was thinking about it the other day in the shower. Like I may be the captain of the ship in terms of debasement, but and even specifically relating it to like my photo shoots that I do, I may be the captain of the ship, but I still need everybody on board to be doing their part too. Like I need all hands on deck, and everybody is equally as important. I'm not any more important than they are. It's all like we are as strong as our weakest link. So that's kind of like, I don't know where I was going with that, but we were talking about it, and
I mean teamwork, leadership, like just understanding the roles that go into it.
Exactly.
I know you talked about like
and putting those people in. That's where I was going at with this. Captain of the ship, point guard, putting your teammates in positions to succeed, where I might think is best for them. That's how. That's kind of what I was trying to say.
Okay. Did you get into the photography or like the clothes first?
Clothes first, and then I had always like taken pictures of stuff. Take pictures on my phone, whether it's the clouds or the way the sun is hitting a tree or something like that. But so I've always been into photography and involved in it, but I wanted to take that next step and like actually start getting cameras. And
what do you shoot with now?
I shoot with film. I started with the film camera.
Okay.
And
how is that? I've never even
I think it was the perfect choice because whether it's a digital camera or a phone camera, you can just snap photos nonstop for the most part, which is cool, but I think that takes away some of like it takes away the aspect of actually setting up a shot and seeing a shot. Because I could take 100 photos and just pick the best one, but with film, there's only 36 rolls, 36 shots in a roll.
You gotta be intentional with that.
Yeah, like I could take 36 photos of the same thing, but why would I do that? I have to pay to get this film developed. And shit, the place I go to is not close, so I ship it out. So it's all these resources, like
steps.
And it's cheating the process, in my point of view. Like, I like the fact that I have to be more particular and intentional with my shots. So I think it's making me a better photographer.
Okay. I like that. Because I do a little bit with this, but I haven't really got into it. But so with film, that's where you like, is that what they put in like the room with
I almost brought my camera. I think there's different processes to it. My film, the type of film that I shoot, goes through a scanner.
Okay.
So I don't know what type of film it is that gets put in like the red room. I couldn't answer that for you. But and just real quick, my comment about film making you a better photographer was not by any means a knock on any digital photographers or shot at anybody.
Yeah.
Just for me, I just think it works for me. So I'll put it that way.
What made you choose that? Like, was that like?
I like the way it looks.
Okay.
I like the way it looks. I like the way film looks. And it's easier for me in the sense of I don't have to take the photos digitally and then go back and edit them. And I have to take what I get.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I'm trying my best to take a good shot. So it's just easier for me, especially as somebody who I'm still new to photography. So to have to worry about taking the shots and then editing them and getting all the lighting set up, like I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I might take that step, but for now this was easiest for me, but I also like the way it looks.
Okay. Let's get back to the like the clothing. How's that like evolved over time? Because I know you mentioned before like how it started.
It's evolved. It's always evolving, for one. It's still evolving as we speak. Just how the pieces feel or how I want them to feel, or I've done a lot of t-shirts and hoodies, wanting to step out into more, still doing that, but especially now that I have I've got some pieces under my belt, I want to start stepping out into more creative stuff while still doing that. And it's not like I'm even like a hockey jersey, or I did a varsity jacket last year, like stuff that just requires a little more detail in addition to what I'm already doing. So I want to start getting into more stuff like that. And even from like when I first started, a lot of it has been artwork based. Like I've played around with a lot of different logos and what they mean to me, or the message that I'm conveying through these logos, whether people realize it or not. They are all different to me. And they all mean something a little different to me. And I could sit here and explain it all to you, but I'm not. I'm just gonna save us the time. If you want to hear about it later, I'll tell you about it.
We chop it up for sure.
Yeah, just trying to put meaning into everything I do and making sure it at least means something to me, and making sure that if by some unfortunate miracle nothing were to sell, I'm still proud of it.
Yeah, you would still appreciate the work that you did.
Yeah, and that's not to say like, yes, like I want to make money off of it. That's not the only reason I'm doing it, but I'm not going to tell you it's not. Like, I'm doing
let's be real about it.
Like, I'm also doing it to make money. I can comfortably admit that, but I'm also doing it for the love of the game. Like, this is a passion of mine that I'm following, and I'm making the choice to continue pursuing it and putting my hard-earned money into it and my limited time that we have here into it. Like,
how in line do you think that is with your purpose? Like, what do you think your purpose is, and how are you expressing it through everything that you do?
I'm not sure I know entirely what my purpose is. Maybe I do, but I think at the very least, trying to be as true to myself as possible, and just being as genuine as I can, and even just inspiring people that way. Like, maybe not inspiring them to be like me to a T, but inspiring them to be like me
do their own
in the
thing.
sense of do you, how I'm doing me. Like just, I think that's where I'm placing a lot of my priorities right now. And like I said, I think that goes back into like being intentional about who you are and where that as a person can take you, and the environments you're putting that person in, and just the natural like gravity towards where you're at and who you are, and like who you gravitate towards and what kind of people gravitate towards you. I just feel like it all is
it's all a process.
It's all like, it's all a process, and it's all hand in hand, in my opinion. I think it all plays into itself.
I think like how you talked about just it all being there and you wanting to express who you are through your work. I think there's a lot of vulnerability that comes with that.
Yeah.
So how do you get over that? Like, how have you gotten over that? If you ever felt that, like, kind of holding yourself back from being vulnerable?
Especially lately, as far as like starting the brand and stuff, sometimes I question it a little bit. Just me being negative sometimes. But more recently, I try to model at these shoots too, and that's not something I'm entirely comfortable with yet, whether it be how I pose or my fit that I put together. Maybe I didn't love it that day and was in a rush, whatever, like. But it comes back to understanding why you're doing it and asking yourself, is what I'm trying to get to worth going through a little bit of embarrassment or being made fun of or whatever. And
one of the biggest, not to cut you off, one of the biggest things I've been realizing with the whole process, even like doing this, is that most people are like very afraid. And I think as creators, we think that other people aren't feeling the same things that we're feeling. And you mentioned like wanting to inspire people to step out on their own. I think that is the feeling that we all are like subconsciously chasing, because you want to help people, and then these emotions and these negative feelings and this self-doubt that you're feeling, you know how it feels to overcome it. It's
so easy to talk yourself out of something.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
When I was getting ready to send the money through for my first piece I ever was getting produced, I was so close to talking myself out of it. I was starting to like, man, like, what if this is stupid? And what if nobody's gonna like it? And I just am putting thousands of dollars into this, like.
And it could not work.
Yeah, and then you kind of got to remember why you started doing it. Like, I'm doing it because I want to see it happen. And now that I've made that agreement with myself, I owe it to myself, whether I like it or not, to do something about it and make this happen and see what happens. Maybe nobody likes the hoodies, but now I know. So I can either quit.
Now you have a reference.
Yeah, or I can go back to the drawing board. Whatever you decide to do from there is up to you. But
has that gotten easier with time?
What?
Just like the negative thoughts and like the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, that's not to say that they don't still creep in every once in a while. Like, especially, like, now I'm not going to advocate for it or not, but I smoke in my free time. Not all the time, but I smoke in whatever. I smoke before I go to bed. And sometimes it'll make me anxious. And I've noticed when I get in that state of mind, like, I'm thinking anyways. But then I'll start thinking about debasement or whatever, and I'm already like anxious, and now I'm thinking about stuff. So I have a natural anxious attachment to these thoughts in this moment. And I just need to, like, what I'm getting at is not all the time, but a lot of my doubt comes in those moments. So it's just realizing, like, okay, this is just something that I'm feeling right now, not getting too attached to it, not putting myself in that position anymore. So yeah, it's gotten easier. I think the problems, as I evolve, the problems will evolve too.
For sure.
I think that's just kind of natural.
New levels.
Yeah, exactly. New levels, new problems. But you got to kind of roll with them, because that's the whole point of like evolution. Me growing through that problem, now I'm equipped for it. So now I have to go through something else to get another tool on my belt to be equipped for that.
It just keeps making you stronger.
Yeah, it's all just, I don't know, how bad do you want to grow through it? How bad do you want to learn from it? And
I think people run from the pain, or like people run from the struggle. I think that the struggle is inherent to the experience. I think that trying to grow. You
can't have one without the other.
Exactly. So like trying to grow, it's like lifting weights or whatever you want to do. It's like the struggle is something that you have to be willing to get through, and you got to go through it just so you know you can overcome the challenge.
You got to push yourself too. Like it's so easy to get, like, even like a small example, like I'll be playing video games sometimes, say Madden, and you know, maybe I'm not playing on the highest difficulty and it's just a cakewalk. Like that gets really boring after a while. Yeah, for sure. Then you switch it up to Hall of Fame, and I'm getting dog walked. And that's not fun either, but at least there's something to it. Like, I know that this, like, it's different because no, this isn't fun, but now there's room for like growth, and there's something to be learned from here versus playing on easy and just doing the same two things over and over again. Like, it actually is going to start to require some skill now. Like, that's where, like, effort is the X factor. Like, there's so many things that could have happened but didn't happen, or did happen and didn't happen how they should have because of effort or lack thereof. And it sounds so simple, and that was like a big realization for me at the beginning of the year, even having done this for a little while, like realizing the lack of effort in certain areas of my life, not just business, like not prioritizing social interaction as much as I should, and not realizing how much of a blessing it is to be around people and talk to other people and not just stare at a phone all day.
Yeah, because it's easy to do that.
Yeah, it is. It's especially, sitting in your bed in the blanket, whatever, you're all comfortable.
TikTok,
like, hell yeah,
IG,
watch a show.
everything,
and all that stuff is cool. Like, it's a balancing act. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a day off and sitting in your bed and watching TikTok, or I'm trying to watch Sopranos right now. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I gotta finish it.
This is my second time trying to watch it.
I got like 5 episodes in and just be busy.
Yeah, I'm terrible about watching TV shows, but I gotta make myself do it. But all that stuff is great. Like, it's all here to be enjoyed, but just in moderation. You gotta find what works for you. Like, your balance might not work for me, but that's the whole point of, like, that's your balance, and you just gotta figure out what it is that works for you.
Yeah, and hold yourself accountable. Like you mentioned earlier, like you gotta like. I like what you were saying about you noticed the thought patterns, and you noticed like the habits that led to it.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me a long time ago, like, things happen very slowly. It's never really dramatic, but you have to notice like the little series of events that lead to those things, and then hold yourself accountable and be like, I know that when I do this, it's probably going to lead to this, and it's going to lead to this, which leads me to stopping or starting over and not continuing what I need to do.
Patterns.
Exactly.
Or like backtrack, like, okay, I'm here now, like, what do I think got me here? And usually you can kind of find something and like, okay, maybe let me not go here next time. And whatever. I mean, you just learn from your missteps. You have to, you're gonna mess up.
You like, can't be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are gonna happen.
You can't be afraid to make mistakes, and I think that's a part of the journey. Like, even the embarrassment that you mentioned earlier about just, I mean, it's okay, like, who cares? Like,
well, and even back to that embarrassment, like, people aren't always watching you like you think they are.
No, they're not.
Like, you might think that everybody's got their eyes on you, myself included.
We all have that thought.
Well, and that almost is the beauty of it with how social media works now. Like so my algorithm is not going to show me something they don't think I'm going to like. So, like, if I posted something and they got 80 views, probably means it's a bad piece of content. But two, not that many people saw it to begin with, and the people that did see it are going to forget about it by tomorrow. So just keep going. Like,
because it's your experience.
And then one day when you do hit, it's like, it's a feeling that's unmatched.
I tell people that all the time, and I think I saw a video today, and they were talking about, like, the industry, whatever industry you're in, it doesn't break like individuals, but it really breaks down your nervous system, seeing if you're actually ready to deal with the energy that comes with success at a high level. And where a lot of people break is they're not used to the idea of creating when no one's watching, like just doing it for the sake of doing it. And
that's my Instagram bio. Who are you when no one's watching?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like when you're doing it for the sake of just doing it because it's who you are. When it does hit, when it does hit, there's just going to be a flood. Like, the floodgates are going to open to everything you've ever done. But like, if you're not willing to put yourself in position to do it in the first place, it's like if you hit one time, it's like you don't even know what that means. You don't even know who you are and why it worked. Exactly. You don't even know what went into it. So I think it's just better to constantly be in that state of self-expression, taking those breaks, necessary breaks like you talked about, and just stepping back and be like, okay, what worked for me? Studying the wins, studying the losses, to be like, damn, okay, this worked for me. This led me to a place I don't want to be no more. So let me just study these patterns. And I think that the more we study ourselves and study our circumstances and study other people, that
you can learn from other people.
Exactly. You should.
That helped me a lot.
Like,
it still does, but especially when I was younger, that helped me a lot.
That's one of the things that frustrates me is like people who choose not to. It's like, bro, especially when you have
everything's a choice.
Exactly, but you chose not to learn from the information that was right in front of you, or seek it out when you knew you were going to be making an important decision in your life. And I think that, not to knock these people or put them down, but it's like the next generation needs to know that when it comes to these important decisions, whether it be
the current generation needs to know that.
I mean,
there's people now that need to know that.
It's like when you make the choice to do something that's very big or small, and you're like, whatever, bro, like, do it from a space of understanding. How you do one thing is how you do everything.
Exactly. Like, big or small. If I'm half-assing this small thing, I'm gonna half-ass the bigger, more important thing. Like, everything you do matters.
Everything matters.
And it's tricky saying that because it's like you don't want to live your life like
hypercritical,
walking on eggshells and like hypercritical, like you said, but just it's not that you have to be hypercritical. You just want to be mindful of it and intentional. And even like you were saying, whatever it is, your industry, how you're doing it because you love to do it, putting yourself in the proper environments. To add on to that, I look at life and, you know, as long as we're awake, we're thinking all day. Like something is going through most of our brains for most of the day. And I try to look at it as like, you know, maybe I'll have some thoughts that I really like, or think about something that I was like, okay, that's a good one. I should hold on to that. Like, whatever it is, like what I'm getting at is I feel are always planting seeds. Certain seeds get watered and certain seeds don't get watered. And I think certain seeds naturally get watered by, like I said, like your lifestyle choices. Your lifestyle is going to water seeds. And you want to make sure that you are living the right lifestyle to water the according seeds, appropriate seeds. And I think that goes back to like doing this for the love of the game. Naturally, you would have to assume eventually you're going to run into other people that love it. And not just love debasement, just the creativity and expression in general, and finding chemistry with those people and finding your people eventually. That only happens if you are moving in alignment with who you are as a person. If I'm acting like somebody that I'm not, people are going to grow to love that person. And eventually they'll either find out that it's not me, or I'll get sick of it and realize that's not me and these aren't my people, and now I'm back to square one, which is okay. Sometimes you got to go back to square one, but
it's a learning experience.
You don't want to keep putting up this mask. You want to eventually you want to
be yourself.
I want to be able to wear my face and be myself, and find the people that love that, because then it's like, oh, okay, this is what life is supposed to be. And
you can express from an authentic perspective. I think that's one of the biggest challenges.
That's how you should be expressing. Like, why would you want to, if you don't know any better, okay, I get it, but like, why would you want people to think you're something that you're not? And I get it. Like,
social pressure.
Everybody does it. Like, I understand it's not, you know, some things are easier said than done, but once you kind of have those epiphanies and realizations, then it's like, okay, like, you need to find yourself. And I believe that everything will gravitate towards that, as long as you are putting out the proper energy, whether it's like whatever it is that you need to be doing to feel that you are moving within proper alignment in yourself. Could look different for me and you, but whatever it is, do that.
What advice would you give to somebody who is struggling with the idea of figuring out what is aligned for them? Because a lot of people deal with that social pressure and peer pressure, not wanting to stand out from the crowd that has established a certain set of standards and norms.
I think I'll just be straightforward with this, just for the sake of the conversation. And this isn't me advocating for anything, but I have, you know, I've had the fortune to have some good experiences with mushrooms.
I did shrooms before.
Yeah, and they're good. And I don't want to say I'm advocating for it or not advocating for it. That's something that you have to figure out on your own. They're different for everybody. But what I'm getting at is they put you in this extremely isolated space, mentally isolated, and it's like I could be sitting here with you, but if I took enough, I might be like
somewhere else,
gone.
That's how it is, for sure.
That's one where you're supposed to be on mushrooms. But what I'm getting at is in those moments of meditation, which is also what I'm getting at, whether it's through psychedelics or just sitting in your room and focusing on your breathing, I think eventually, maybe not the first time, but eventually thoughts start coming to you. And as you clear your head out of all the nonsense and TikToks you saw over the day, or giving yourself a chance to breathe from carrying extra baggage and just having that chance to actually breathe, I think in those moments, things come to you. And that's the best way I could put it. It might not happen day 1, it might not happen day 10, but maybe for you it's not supposed to happen on day 1. Maybe for you, you need to learn how to just focus on your breathing first and let go of some things and learn how to live in that space for a little bit. And then now you're ready to receive, like, oh, okay, like I used to do this all the time when I was a kid, or I've always wanted to do this, or whatever the case may be. But I think you have to give yourself the time I think isolation is good.
Yeah,
not
for
all
sure.
the time.
Seasons.
You don't want to be a hermit, but I do think isolation is good, and I think that's maybe the answer right there. And not just isolation and meditation, but go to the art museum by yourself. Go to a coffee shop by yourself. Go sit in the bar by yourself. Go have a drink. Don't go crazy with it. Don't get hammered, but go watch the Tigers game and have a drink and talk to the bartender. Like just letting, like, I think it goes back to like things. I'm sorry. I want to word this very. I want to word this the right way. In those moments of going out there and doing stuff and putting yourself out there, you may find some of those people that you would have never bumped into otherwise.
They may be doing the same thing.
I hope I answered your question.
No,
I know I have
a
tendency to what I feel like is rambling sometimes, but I hope that was somewhat of an answer to your question.
I like what you said about the isolation, because I think, like, even whether it's shrooms, because I do shrooms, meditation. Well, I don't do shrooms, but I have done shrooms. And I think what it did for me was it allowed me to break down my problems. Like it took me to a space.
Or put them in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually make you look at them.
So it made me process it, and I was like, okay, this is here. But then I was allowed to get to the root of the problem.
Backtrack.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just disappeared. Like once I actually got to the root of it and sort of recognized it and was able to like face that part of who I am, because I think that there's so much information that we're faced with every day. So you kind of can get away from who you are, like whether it be the peer pressure.
It's easy to distract yourself.
Exactly. It's so easy.
Whether it's, dude, you can distract yourself with anything. Like on mushrooms, me and my friends had this conversation, and if they see this, they might get a kick out of it. But we sat in my backyard for like 3 hours talking about the same thing. But we were just talking about vices and how, like, golf, for example. Golf is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. Whether I like golf's cool. I'm not a golfer, but I'm just using it as an example. Like, it's activity. You can get out on the links on a beautiful sunny day and play every Saturday or whatever. That's cool. But if you're going and playing golf every day after work, and maybe you're not spending time with your family, like maybe you're trying to get away from something.
It's an escape at that point.
Yeah, so that's where I'm getting at. Like, you have to figure out what it is to you. Like, I might be able to have some self-control with sitting on my phone and watching TikTok for a little bit after work, but maybe some days I might get stuck into it and I'm on my phone for 3 hours and I just piss the whole night away. So
definitely been there before.
Yeah, and it happens. You can't beat yourself up over stuff either. Like, it's so easy to realize you didn't do something and then start beating yourself up over it, and now you just feel worse about it, and you still haven't done anything about it. Instead, you could, and I was going to make this point too, talking about giving yourself the time to look at problems and actually figure out what it is. Once you figure out what the problem is, now you have a choice. You can either distract yourself from it or do something about it. And just
and one leads to growth and one leads to like repeating the cycle.
Just depression. You would have to assume like just living.
I think once you're aware of it, you can't really go back from it. I think a lot of people like run from the awareness.
You would have to hope.
You
would have to hope, because I think some people do, like, and that's, I think that may be symbolic of a lot, maybe some deeper rooted problems, but
the fear of stepping into the new reality.
I still think there's a choice involved, and you have to make the choice or don't make the choice.
I think when you talked earlier about levels, I think some people may be scared to go to that next level. When you said that, I had a thought. I saw this this post today, and the guy was talking about making your life, kind of treating your life like a game. And when you're operating from the perspective of, let's say you're playing on rookie, or like you have rookie level skill, but you're trying to play all Madden, it's not going to be fun. Same thing if you have all Madden skill and you're playing a rookie.
Well, and you might not be able to jump straight to all Madden. You might have to go to rookie to pro, to All-Star, Hall of Fame. Like,
that's how it should be, though.
You
like,
may have
it should
to take
be
the steps,
going level to level to level, because it presents just enough challenge for you to still be confident, but still understand that you're not all the way there yet. But it's not so much space to where like I can't get there.
And also, like, if I were to go play one-on-one with whatever Steph. I'm not going to learn anything. I might pick up on a few things watching him, but I'm not really going to learn anything. I'm going to get cooked every single time. But if I go play one-on-one with, maybe even a D3 basketball player, D2, like, there's the talent gap is just even some high school kids, like, just somewhere where the talent gap is a little smaller, and it allows me to actually get something out of it, versus just getting scored on every single time. Like, there's beauty in the struggle there too. You got to learn how to take losses, and I think that is something that even like there's a video game that I played that was specifically designed to be very hard. And I was just coming off of a game I had played that I got good at, and there are similar combat games. So I'm like, oh, I'm good. I was getting my ass whooped.
Man.
Oh my God. I was getting my ass whooped. So yeah, just learning how to take a loss sometimes too. I think that's a valuable skill. Not that you want to, nobody wants to lose, but learning
sometimes you need to.
And learning how to take a loss can look like, it's just that, it's learning. Like, what happened? How did this happen? What can I learn from? What do I need to get better at? Like,
it's kind of like a mirror, facing the mirror.
Yeah.
Like seeing what your gaps are.
It's all a part of the process. Like, you need all that stuff to happen. Like, I would be a fool to think I was gonna make one T-shirt and blow. I might get lucky. There's always that. But
then that goes back to what you were saying about, or like we were saying about not knowing. If you just blow off the first one, you don't know. So how are you going to recreate that? You don't even know who you are at that point, or like who created that. You know what I'm saying?
There's no substance.
Exactly.
You're not building anything.
You're kind of detached from even the identity, because it was probably just like a shot in the dark. I'm gonna try this, but like I don't know. But like doing it over time and like learning from those losses, whether it be spending money in the wrong place.
There's no identity. There's no reputation. There's nothing. Like,
reputation.
I was watching this podcast with Conway the Machine from Griselda. And he was talking how like him, Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, like what we see now, like they've been doing it.
Yeah.
We just see it now. Like they've always kind of, you know, give or take a few experiences and actions and decisions in life here and there. Like they've always been doing what they're doing, and they just stuck with it. Yeah. And that always stuck with me. Like, and I think it goes back to just sticking with who you are and following that path and letting it take its own course, but keeping yourself on track. Yeah.
And being honest with yourself in that process, and knowing like where you want to operate from, and knowing where you want to go, and not really getting detached from that. I like what you said at the beginning about like that tunnel vision. Like that's something I've been really practicing, because you know what you want, you know, and you may not know how you're going to get there, but I think if you just keep your eyes on the prize, like you'll find your way there. Maybe the path may not be, you know, how you thought it was going to be, but I think having it dead set on, okay, I want to do this, regardless of how it manifests, like, but I know I'm getting to where I'm going. Yeah. And even if I don't get all the way there, I know that the intention that I'm carrying through that whole process is going to keep me aligned with who I am as a person and not drag me off course.
Yeah, I agree. And even with that, as you push forward and try to grow through this, another door that you never saw might get open.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't think I'd be doing this. Like, this is like something fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so funny now that we're having this conversation and I'm looking back, like, I don't know if in high school you guys ever did, like, we did this thing in our senior year where you answer a bunch of questions and it just kind of tells you what, it's basically like a, I don't want to say career finder, but kind of a career finder. Like,
no, we didn't do that.
It asks you questions and kind of gauges your personality and tells you what it thinks you might be suited for. And I got something in the fashion industry. I think it was maybe fashion designer or whatever, model, something. And I remember laughing at it, just thinking like, I don't even, like, this isn't, I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Like I had never thought about it ever.
What did you think you would be doing at that point? Like, why did you laugh at it?
I wanted to be I always thought being a therapist would be cool. I always liked psychology and just talking to people and hearing their problems and maybe trying to help them, or just hearing people's experiences and how it affects them, what makes people operate. I still like that. Yeah. But I just was over school.
Is that something you carry with you, like that interest? Is that something you carry with you into your work now? Like, do you find yourself naturally getting into that role?
Like therapy?
Yeah, kind of like just talking to people and engaging with their issues.
Yeah, not as much. Maybe not as, no, not as much. And especially like even, it's just tricky because I struggle with almost being too casual in conversation with people that I maybe don't know as well. Like talking to, like I'm not gonna talk to you like I'm gonna talk to my best friend. Yeah. I just don't know you like that yet. I don't maybe know what buttons I can push or like how I can joke around with you. So I kind of lost my train of thought, but I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
We're talking about like your therapy interest, like you wanted to be a therapist as a kid, or thought you would be like in that field.
So okay, then you were asking me how that kind of like ties into how I talk to people and interact with people, like maybe with people that I'm closer with, yeah. As far as some of the people I've had the fortune to meet recently, not as much, but I just don't know if I'm there yet with them. So that's okay. Yeah, it's natural.
It's a growing process.
Was thinking about it in those terms because I had kind of divided up some of my friends in between like my field friends and just friends that I had met through life. So that's kind of how I was looking at it. Like with them, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But with them, some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them. So that makes sense. The more you learn people, you kind of like how you mentioned, like you'll get to see what you can and what you cannot do.
Knowing what questions to ask and where to maybe push a little further and dive a little deeper in, or knowing when to kind of, that was touchy for them, like maybe let me pull back a little bit. Like
that ties into what you were saying about like the losses though. Like understanding where you may have done too much or done something that you deem like wrong, and then like learning different nuances of social interaction. Okay, like maybe I think that gives you abilities.
Well, and some of the caution might come from those losses too, like knowing like, okay, like I'm starting to get into that territory, like I need to tread a little carefully here. And I'm thinking about this in terms of like, you know, I might be seeing these people in a business setting too, so it's like, whether it's them modeling for me and working for me or whatever, I just want to be a little more careful in not saying the wrong thing. Not that I'm gonna start going left field and saying a bunch of crazy stuff. Like I'm not like that anyways. But just ensuring that the experience that they're getting with me is a positive one and something that they would want to go back to. So if I have to hold off on diving a little deeper into conversation until next time, then I can live with that.
Yeah, and you gotta know that going into it.
Yeah,
and just like be aware of it. In terms of intention, like everything that you do, what's one thing that you want people to carry with them? You know, that maybe they're looking for a way to find intention, or they're kind of just figuring it out. What do you think that people should take from it?
Be intent on trying to stay true to who you are. But that's my answer. But the reason I said but is it rolled off my tongue easily and it came out easily, but it's not always that easy. Like I didn't, even for me, like I maybe can speak from this point of view now, but I wasn't always here. And I may feel differently in 2 years. I may even look back on this and be like, oh man, I wasn't even close. Like, I was getting there, but I wasn't close. But just like try to be intentional on who you are and who you want to be and what feels good to you. But like what actually feels good, and understanding that all that glitters ain't gold. I think that's a good thing to remember. I think that's a good thing to remember. Just because some things feel good don't mean that they are good for you. And I've spoken a lot about like what feels good to you. Sometimes what could feel good to you could be okay, this doesn't feel good, but I also have enough perspective to know like it doesn't feel good now, but I feel like what I'm doing is helping me grow and learn as a person and become a better person. So it may not feel good right now, but what I'm doing tomorrow may be, what I'm doing today may be for my tomorrow.
It's about knowing what you're going through, like what's gonna like the weight doesn't feel good on your chest,
and
but you know you're gonna get
circumstances,
stronger.
Like even like, you know, getting out of like a relationship, like, yeah, this sucks, but it's depending on the circumstances, assuming it's somebody you love, like it's supposed to suck. So almost having comfort and knowing that like I'm not just feeling like crap for nothing. Like I'm supposed to feel this way for now. And then, you know, you move on. You can't dwell on it. But it's
a necessary experience.
And giving yourself grace, not beating yourself up when you're not doing what you feel like you should be doing. Being grateful for being able to know what you should be doing. That's something that is understated sometimes. But tangent aside, back to your question, just trying to remain intent on finding who you are and just kind of trying to pursue that and allowing yourself to grow and growing alongside who you thought you were and evolving and going from that caterpillar to the butterfly.
Do you think there's an element of detachment that comes with that? Like just,
yeah, definitely. Because you have to be, you have to become detached eventually. Like, I can't try to be who I am now and still hold on to who I was 5 years ago, because then it's like I'm like constantly reaching for it and going back, and it's like, no, come back.
Yeah, stuck to the past.
Meanwhile, life is passing me by, and I have all this beautiful life.
Yeah, an opportunity.
Me,
yeah, you got opportunity.
Because I'm looking back, but really it's in front of me, and I should be looking that way. Like, so yes, I do think detachment is involved, and I think detachment is involved in the sense too of maybe I put out a piece that people didn't like. Like this is a product of me, and it always will be. But I have to be able to either take that criticism or brush them off. Yeah. And whatever it is that I have to do to keep myself going. Yeah. So figure that out, whatever it is for you.
Well, once again, I thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, bro. I really like everything you said. It just gives a lot of insight, because so many people are where you are now or like where you have been. And I think that through intention, having that guide you to where you are now, and like it's gonna keep guiding you, I think people can really find value. And I think we're gonna find value in this conversation as we continue to evolve, you know, potentially coming back, you know, for like seeing where we are 5-10 years from now, you know what I'm saying, seeing how it grows.
Whatever, dude, doing this again, or we might, maybe you pick up another hobby, and so do I.
We never know where it's gonna go.
A year from now, and it's like, oh wow, like look at that. It's funny how that worked out. Yeah. And man, it's just keep putting your best foot forward. Yeah. Trying your best to put yourself in the environments that feel right for you, and learning what feels right for you, and learning like, okay, I'm not really feeling this. Like,
be open to it.
I was open to it. I gave it a real shot. I'm just not feeling it, and maybe I'm not ready for it right now. Maybe 2 years from now, I can come back to it and be like, oh, okay, I understand this a little bit more.
I think going back to the point of detachment, I think that more people have to be honest about when things aren't right. Like when you give yourself the chance to do something, but it's like trying a relationship, and you want it to work, but it's just not healthy for you. So you got to be able to detach from that and be like, bro, I tried it, I gave it what it was worth, but it's just not aligned for me. And you got to be okay with that, because it's a lot of different things out here that we can do, a lot of different people that you're going to meet, a lot of different things that you can kind of try your hand at. But I think just being honest and detached and open and intentional through the whole process is what's going to allow us to make the best decision to ultimately get to where we want to go as people. Because like how you said, things can change within the next year, and
life happens
different things can align. So it's like,
happens.
As long as we are honest about what we are and where we want to be, it'll happen.
Even that, like understanding sometimes that life just happens, that is a level of detachment in there, because I could sit here and have my mind set on something 2 years from now, but something might totally derail that. And that's not to say that I'm not going to try to make it happen, but also understanding, like, just being able to pivot sometimes and
pouring into an empty cup sometimes.
And I wanted to say this while you were just saying that last little passage. It's equally as important to know what you don't like as it is to know what you do like.
1000%.
And those things go hand in hand. So just because you're trying new things and not liking them doesn't mean you're not making progress. It might not be the progress that you want to feel, but you are getting, as long as you keep going, you're getting somewhere. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in the same spot once you stop. So
I think like the wins and the losses are all just a setup for you to have the best understanding of yourself, and it's like be able to look yourself in the mirror and recognize who that person is, and like you said, what do I like, what do I not like, who am I truly? And I think that through all the experiences, that understanding is what takes us to where we want to go.
And understanding that you didn't come this far just to come this far.
Exactly.
If this is the journey you really want to go on, whether it's an industry you want to get yourself in or just figuring out who you are as a person, like, if you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah. And the journey is the part, like the most important part of the process. It's not even the destination, because once you get there, you're done.
The journey, yes, the journey makes the whole experience. Like, I could fast forward to where I want to be 10 years from now and not know anything about the 10 years in between, but it just makes it that much more special. Yeah. I might enjoy it, but it wouldn't be as special.
Yeah. It makes it more sweet when you have the understanding and like the memories, and like you can laugh at the losses. Like a lot of the things that we went through, we can laugh at, whether it be like falling off your bike or anything that you
felt like it was the end of the world.
Exactly, but it's like
man, like I needed that to happen.
And it's like getting over that really teaches you who you are, and it teaches you like the depths that you can really tap into as yourself and as a person.
Oh, and it helps you in the future too, like understanding that you can bounce back and learn from losses and turning L's into lessons. Like, it sounds so cliche, but I always try to learn from some sort of mistake. And
you have to.
I don't care how small you think it is. Like, I'm trying to play mistake free. Yeah. And I might not be there now, but I'm striving for it. and I might still make mistakes. I probably will, but that's okay because I know that I can bounce back from it as long as I'm still here.
Yeah.
Still alive.
As long as you still breathing, bro.
I love the ones
bro.
I love me. Like, I'm all right. I'm all right. I have the ability to pursue what I love, and I have the ability to have a passion. And
be thankful for that passion.
Yeah, and once you recognize that, there's this note that I have in my phone. The ability to take action, going back to the ability, turns into a responsibility to take action. Because
like
you should, but also not everybody has that luxury. Whether it's they're not here or they don't have the belief or they don't think they can do it. Just understanding that you're blessed to be able to have a passion and pursue it, and maybe one day inspire somebody to pursue it. And somebody who was in the shoes of being scared to try something might have seen me go out on a limb, and now they're like, oh man, like
it can be done.
I was in his shoes. Like
it's not so far-fetched.
So,
I think that awareness is a blessing. Like just the understanding, like you talked about, that responsibility that comes with knowing things, because a lot of people may not know what you know. And I think that if you have the knowledge of it and the foresight to see where it can go, it's like you owe it to the creator who has given that to you to be able to, not to be able to, but to take it there. Like take it all the way where you see it going, for the sake of those who may not have the awareness, and like really having gratitude for what has been given to you, whether it be the idea for a clothing brand or just being at a concert, being at a concert, seeing somebody do their thing, and being grateful for the inspiration. Like
open yourself to inspiration.
Like
being
I'm about to go do my
by
thing.
Something is such a beautiful feeling.
I
don't even care what it is. Like talking to anybody that's just genuinely passionate about what it is that they're doing or talking to me about. I'll sit and listen to you for as long as you want to talk. I'll ask you all the questions, and I'll let you teach me about it. And now I know something about it. Passion is like the driving force.
I was going to say the driving force for sure.
Like it starts with passion.
That's what gets you through those late nights and those like when shit ain't working.
That's your why. Like why, what am I doing this for? Like why am I putting myself through all this?
And you got to be willing, like when other people may look at you like you crazy or something. It's like
you just gotta look at them like they're crazy. Like they don't know why I'm doing this.
You don't feel what I feel. You don't see what I see. You don't understand. Like
not to mention they're not paying my bills. Like if you want to make it a little more relatable and more direct, like. I don't want to bring it all back to money, but like, you're not putting food on my plate. I can't entirely worry about what you think. Like, yes, I want people to like my clothes. I need them to like my clothes in a sense. Otherwise, I'm just throwing money down the drain. But it's gotta like, you can't chase satisfaction from other people too. You want to find the satisfaction through you doing what it is that you do, and figuring out how to find those people.
Those people that align with that and that appreciate it. For sure. And I think that getting away from peer pressure, getting away from that peer pressure to be like, I'm gonna truly embrace like who I am as a person. And I know having the confidence, like somebody out there is gonna like what I'm doing. It may not be around here in my immediate environment, my hometown, but there's somebody in the world, there's a community of people that are ready to receive what you have.
Well, not only that, don't you wanna contribute something before you go?
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's an impact on somebody or inspiring somebody or a famous art piece or whatever, like it may not happen, but you could try.
You should try.
And you could, aim for it. Like
that see what happens.
Like I didn't want to leave without trying to offer something to this world, trying to leave an imprint on it. Like
that's one of my biggest things. I always say I want to
try to leave an imprint.
I want to leave myself here. Like I want to like get out every aspect of who I am as a person and just leave it all.
You don't want to pass with all these ideas in your head. Like, so I just saw somebody post that on the other day. It's like, I don't want to die with all these ideas in my head. And it just kind of reiterated it for me again. Like, this is...
I saw that, That hit me.
Your time is limited. Like, even lately, like at the beginning of the year, I got back into going to the gym. But the way I was doing it, like I was glad I was doing it, but I had no structure. And I was in the gym. Like I might be in there for an hour, I might be in there for 2 hours. And it's a little too free. And I've realized that now, like I'm limiting to myself. Like I'm working out for 45, I'm in the sauna for 10, I'm out of there within an hour usually, give or take a few minutes. But there's some structure to it. But what I'm getting at is understanding that I don't have however much I can't just give myself 2 hours to go to the gym anymore. So knowing that I only have 45 minutes to do this, or limited time as a metaphor to everything, like it pushes you a little bit. Like, okay, like I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes, and I was just BSing. Like, do I want to leave the gym knowing like, man, like I left some meat on the bone. I've had some instances this year where I felt like I left some meat on the bone. I hate that feeling. I hate feeling like I left meat on the bone.
I feel like you cheated yourself.
I hate it. I can't stand that feeling, especially when it's something that you care so much about. And this one instance I'm referring to wasn't for lack of being lazy. It wasn't intentional. Like it really just happened. Still, it was just like it wasn't anybody's fault. It just bothered me. And then
because only you know like what you did.
And then like it was a photo shoot, and my photographer, one of my good friends now, he noticed it too. And just being able to, through shooting prior to that, having our chemistry already, being able to talk about it, and he saw it too, and we talked like, okay, this is avoidable next time. And the next time it was great. And the time after that was my most recent shoot. It was my best shoot yet. Like, it wasn't even close. So it's just recognizing things.
But you don't get that recognition without putting yourself in position in the first place. So like how you
trials and tribulations.
You would have never established that structure in the gym had you not just decided to go like, and now you got structure, so now you can condense it. But I think that we all find ourselves in that kind of free space, especially when you get into something, like whether it be art or whatever it is that you're doing, you're all over the place with it. But then you understand you can get a lot more done if you just get that focus with it. So nah, I'm definitely right there with you, for sure. Well, I appreciate you coming on, bro. It's been a great conversation. To all of you watching, in terms of intention, like Presley said, just stay intentional about who you are and who you want to be, and continue to stay aligned with where you want to go, and be intentional about the environments you place yourself in, the way you spend your time, like the structure that you have in your life. And I think that will really take you to where you want to go, and just keeping the intention at the forefront, because that's going to keep you connected to who you truly are and who you are meant to be within this lifetime, and expressing yourself authentically and leaving your imprint and your impact on this world. So once again, bro, thank you, and I appreciate you for this conversation. And thank all of you for watching. This has been another conversation of Grassroots. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
If I could say one more thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Take yourself serious.
Yeah.
That's what all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The cherry on top of everything that you just said. Take yourself serious and understand that you're doing this all for a reason, assuming that those are things that you want to pursue.
For sure. Well, that's it, bro. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Welcome to Grassroots.